From the Intellifluence headquarters in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona, this is the Intellifluence Influencer Spotlight. In each episode, we sit down with an influencer from our network and we discuss their background as well as their unique approach to influencer marketing. Rory Mitchell is a Canadian podcaster, certified life coach, personal trainer, and influencer on Intellifluence. In 2016, Rory started the Mitchell Report Unleashed podcast with the aim of providing teachable interviews curated to give listeners the tools to succeed. You can listen and subscribe to the Mitchell Report Unleashed podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Additionally, you can find Rory on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under the name Officially Rory. Rory, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to speak with us. We really appreciate it. Can you tell us a little bit about your background, including how you got into podcasting and as well as becoming a life coach?
Well, that's a very, very long story. For me, it started 2016 for the podcast, being in the health and fitness space from 2012 to about 2020 before, COVID and things like that. I decided to really hone into podcasting in 2016, right? So I kind of just put people into one lane and I brought it back, right? But for me, it's just, really captivating stories with an audience and just understanding why it is that I'm doing, why I'm here. I always want to talk about self-development, overcoming adversity, things like that. And one of the things that stood out for me, it's in the midst of this COVID, right, is I needed to get a certification. So I went into the whole life coaching situation through Dr. Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher, right? Eric Thomas, and did the certification, and now I'm here.
And I read an excellent article you wrote, and in it you described 2020 as an eye-opening. It was eye-opening in terms of recognizing toxic energy. So do you remember the moment when your perception changed?
Oh, wow. I feel like I've always had this in me, and every year I get a new attribute point, right? I like to tell people that when I have those conversations, I got that new attribute point. And when I have a new attribute point, that means it's always being aware of your natural surroundings, right? Through family, friends, could be business, podcasting also too, right? It's always just about being mindful, reading books, listening to the right podcasts, and things like that for me.
And then you describe your approach as elite mindset coaching. Is that kind of what you're describing?
100%, yes. I feel like everything is about being elite. We have an elite person inside of us. You know what I mean? For you, there's probably that one person you idolize. So it's not saying that you can idolize them, yes, but it's having that perception of, do I have that LeBron James inside of me? Do I have that Roger Federer inside of me? Do I have that Rafael Nadal, that Tiger Woods inside of me? So it's always finding that greatness that we have. We all have a superpower, right? So what I try to do in a lot of my practices is I always make sure I ask the right questions to bring the best out of you and things like that.
Want to join Intellifluence as an influencer? It's free, easy, and you get to keep 100% of your earnings. Go to Intellifluence.com, click or tap influencers, then click or tap the join for free button. Once you have registered for free as an influencer, you can start creating offers with custom pricing and services. Brands can pitch you to work with them via these offers. Once you have created your offers, head over to the marketplace and browse opportunities for brands. Apply to any and all that are a great fit. Earn cash quickly by referring your friends and family. Mm-hmm. And you're well versed in a variety of personal and professional development topics ranging from mental health to fitness and influence in general. So what can listeners expect from the Mitchell Report Unleashed in terms of topics and guests?
Just raw conversation. Those conversations that are going to humanize each other. I don't believe in sugarcoating the podcast. Let's get right into the meat and potatoes, Too many times, I feel like when we have these conversations with people that are, maybe on a higher status, we want to kind of dance around the conversation. But when you be real and you have an approach that you want to humanize, you want to help people, a lot of people can start relating to you in all the right ways and things like that.
Definitely, and you're over 330 episodes in. Are there a few that come to mind, that people might want to jump in and check out, memorable ones?
Geez.
I know there's a lot to choose from.
There's a lot. I won't be able to give the numbers per se, but there's ones with David Meltzer, Mario Armstrong, Cam Speck, Sean Anthony, and Jedson Trevenier. He was a Big Brother winner also too. So a lot of people have either been in business, Emmy Award winners, on TV air personalities and things like that. So everybody check out the episodes. You're always gonna learn something from every single episode. Even if you listen to the whole thing and it's like 30 minutes, I guarantee you're gonna find something you can take away from it.
How do you balance being an influencer, content creator, life coach, personal trainer, and am I missing anything?
Just the man with a dream and a plan, right? What is it? There's a lot. It's productivity. It's always knowing your time, right? Some of us have a 9-to-5. I still have a 9-to-5 currently. Eventually, I'm going to venture out of that. So it's always putting the intention that I can take 3 to 4 hours a day, right? It sounds like a lot, but 3 to 4 hours a day and space it in between. So I'll give you an example. Say if I start a shift, say 11 to 7, I work. I still have the first thing in the morning and I can get a little bit done at night, right? So if you start your day with an intention, get that workout in, get that breakfast in, create some content. That's like 1 to 2 hours right there. So when you come home, before you go to bed, they understand, they say don't have the screen time before you go to bed and things like that, but always set that intention, that 1 hour, that 2 hour, even after when you're done your job and things like that.
I love it. So what are some of your goals this year as it pertains to growing your platform or podcast?
Well, I do got something coming out for that. Actually, in a couple of weeks, I'm going to be actually releasing a podcasting program, right? Like a little bit of a masterclass where you can get either one-on-one or group coaching. Everybody's different. Some people like to have a group. When you have a group, it's an accountability partnership that you can do there. And if you're working directly with me, we're going to work quick, right? We're going to work effective. We're going to always make sure we can figure out what it is you want to learn about podcasting. It's not easy to speak into the mic, right? A lot of people look at this and they're like, well, he's been here for about 5 years. He's got it down pat. Yes, but it took a lot of reps. And there's a lot of things that I wish now that I know I would have done earlier in my career and things like that.
It's amazing what you pick up when you finally see yourself on camera, or the tics and the ums and that. I'm terrible for that. I'm always learning.
All good though. It's I always say is practice makes permanent, right? It's not practice makes perfect, practice makes permanent. So this again, that word intention. Show up with the intention, have your show notes, practice in the mirror. We sing in the shower sometimes. We're humming in the shower when we're playing music. So why can't you do that right when you get out? Have the towel on, look at yourself in the mirror, ask those questions. Not talking to yourself, but you're talking to yourself in the mirror. You can learn a lot.
Wonderful. So where can people go for this podcast course you're putting out?
So that will be posted. I'm going to release some teasers, but I have a link in my bio on all my social media platforms that everybody will be able to take a look at it. And you want to get into it, right? A lot of people want to get into podcasting. You're going to learn a lot. Like I said, I work quick, I work effective, and hey, it's about holding you accountable.
The IntelliFluence for Influencers app enables you to earn free products or cash in exchange for your honest reviews using your mobile device. Upon logging in, or signing up for free if you haven't already, you will arrive at your custom dashboard where you can view transactions that need your attention at a glance or browse our recommended offers from brands. Check out marketplace offers from brands and apply to your favorites. Once you accept a pitch from a brand, you can complete the entire transaction anywhere using your mobile device and communicate with the brand using our intuitive messaging tool. You will never have to go outside the app. View your earnings summary, including upcoming payments, as well as your entire history. You can view your influencer profile strength and make any necessary updates to your profile to put you in better position to be pitched. Edit your details such as compensation preferences and social accounts with ease. If you could ever use some help, you can access the IntelliFluence knowledge base or contact support at any time from the app. As an influencer, there are never any fees associated with using our influencer marketing service, and you get to keep all of your earnings. Download the free IntelliFluence for Influencers app today and get started.